it's not smart for everybody to quit because they may not have something to go to, and then how are they going to pay their bills or feed their children or what have you?
For sure, for sure. You know, I feel as if we're having a couple different conversations in society right now, like everybody should have a why. I mean, yeah, theoretically, but not everybody has a why. You know, I have found that in my career, my why ebbs and flows, and it also
Yes.
changes. And, you know, my why used to be I wanted to fix work. And I mean, it's still there, you know, but I also want to give my cats a really great life. I want to eventually start my own animal rescue. I want to retire. I want to go live at the beach full time. I want to go to the Maldives, right? But at one point in my life, I wanted to start a family, and that why has changed. So I think whys can come and go, but you don't have to have a why to be of service. And I think that's just so important, right? You know, for me, if it's all about me, I'm miserable. And while I want to put myself first and I want to flourish, I mean, that's really important. It can't be ego driven. And there are so many social media thought leaders out there who are walking around going, you know, I want to change HR and I want to fix the future of work. But you get the feeling that they just want to be famous.
Yeah, especially if they've never sat in that seat. That's where the rub happens for me. Is I really struggle with some of these folks who are like, this is what should happen during an interview process, and this is what should happen during this, and this is how that. And I'm like, huh, when have you ever done that?
Sure, there is tension there. I mean, not that they don't have the right to have a point of view, and not that they don't have really good ideas. You know, there are essential thought leaders out there. I'm thinking of someone like a Josh Bersin, who's an expert on leadership and development. He's never worked in a traditional L&D job like that, but he's got really great, amazing ideas. So for me, when I'm looking out at the marketplace, you know, I'm trying to look for someone who's authentic, who I like, know, and trust, and someone who's accessible. And so I think there are those people out there. I aspire to be one of them. I aspire to be helpful. And I just want HR professionals to know that their why can ebb and flow. They don't always have to be dedicated to the world of human resources, but if you're good at it, if you're moderately interested in it, you have a right to show up and do your job, and you have a right to do it without compromising your values and your integrity. And that's what I think betting on you is all about.
It really is, because as long as you know who you are, then the rest of it will fall into place for you, because like attracts like, and the more you're aligned with what works for you, the things that come into your life and that you seek are going to align with that. And I do love your point that your why can change, because certainly we evolve, right? And when you look at each decade as we age, what was important to us before may not be important to us today. And, you know, that I can think about in my early 30s, like all I wanted, well, I was in my 20s, as a matter of fact. I wanted this one particular job, and this was, you know, late 90s. And I wanted to make $30,000 a year. I knew that if I made $30,000 a year, I made it. And I was, you know, I had a manager title, and that's all I wanted. And so I got the job, I got the salary, got the title, and my best friend and I, we went to dinner, and we never went to this one restaurant. It was on this road in Tampa called Bayshore, multi-million-dollar homes on this, in this little restaurant. And I was like, ooh, when I'm making $30,000 a year, I'm going to take my friend to dinner at this place. And what was so funny is we got there, and it was like a diner, right? Oh. But so in my mind, I had built it up to be this amazing, you know, restaurant that was, you know, super fancy and expensive. And I've never forgotten that, because I think we do that to ourselves all the time. We create perceptions of things that we can and cannot attain based on what we believe they are. And so we hold ourselves back. And I could have been going to that restaurant for years. I could have afforded it for years, because dinner was $8. You know, it just happened to be in this amazing location. So that lesson of we create barriers and boundaries for ourselves versus leaning into what we know we want to do and just going for it and figuring it out, as long as we're true to who we are.